Did y'all get married today?
Yeah, low key we did.
Do y'all need it?
We did.
Yeah.
Stop.
Hey,
Mike, please get you. Stop.
you want me?
I want you.
For real?
Yeah, dead ass.
You have a whole man though.
Yo, dead ass. What is he supposed to do? Watch.
You like me better?
Let's keep going.
No.
Oh my God, brother, she's cooked.
I'm not.
What the fuck? Yo, somebody clip that. Bro, if my girl did that, oh my gosh. I can't even imagine shit like that, bro.
Bro, she didn't even let that shit marinate. She didn't even let it marinate. She didn't let the marriage marinate, like, 5 months, and then maybe people say maybe she wasn't happy, and you know what I mean? 4 hours later, 4 hours later, and she already wants to go back to the street. That is crazy. What? And buddy, they just invented, you're the first human being to be cucked without a chair. You get cucked while standing. That is crazy. Nah. This is why it is really good to make sure Ashori is like down for you. I'm talking about somebody is down for you. And not only the women, but also the men. Make sure she's down for you. Like, when somebody is scared to lose you because you're the only thing, they will do anything to protect that. When I was in love with somebody, for example, when I was in love with this girl, I used to even give her Instagram because I didn't want to risk it. That I gave her my Instagram. I don't want to cheat. I used to dead ass walk to my friends with my head down. I didn't want no temptation, nothing. I was the Pope, Holy Father. Oh, so I'm telling you, make sure somebody is dead ass into you, not just because this love. Oh my God, like they are like you are all of them. You know what I mean? Drooling and all shit. Like nobody can take you away from them. Like somebody else will come try, they'll be like, nah, dead ass. Like somebody cannot steal them away from you. It should be like that. It should be. There was this girl, no offense, and I pray that she's in a good place right now. But she used to even get beaten, but she used to stay. You couldn't take away this come from this guy. I was like, what kind of drugs are you giving her to make her this obsessed? Yo. And other people come and they'll be like other fresher people. They'll come, oh, I can treat you, but she was like, nah. I was like, whoa. If she's not like that, I don't want it. Trust me, I feel like that's the way it should be. In our world, you should be the perfect man. Like you can't be replaced. If you can, she's taking a big L. So it's better to work on yourself. This is insane. You can even see, but his eyes was watering. Wanted to cry. But shout out for him. Shout out at him for being a gentleman and make sure the lady gets home safe. But this is just embarrassing. Wait.
Decided that I was going to tell him that I wanted a divorce. I texted my therapist, our marriage counselor, and I was like, I need to tell him that I want a divorce, but I want to do it in a session so that there's like a mediator present. Got us in like ASAP, like 2 days later. And I walked in knowing that I was going to ask for a divorce. We sit down in our session. It's like really tense, really awkward. My ex was sitting there like, so why do we have an emergency session? Therapist was like, Jamie, do you want to start? And I just started crying and I was like, I want a divorce. It's hard for me to like say the words. I'm done. I want a divorce. He sat there quiet. I'm sitting next to him crying. He didn't move. He didn't look at me. He didn't react at all. He just was stone cold. And eventually our therapist was like, would you like to respond? He responded right away and he's like, fine, let's just go ahead and finalize the details. And that was that. I looked at my therapist and I was just like kind of stunned. I knew that I was ready to leave, but I couldn't believe that that was his reaction. There was no empathy. There was no compassion. There was no like wanting to fight for us. I didn't think that there would be, but you just always hope that like one last try. We went home that night. We didn't speak. He slept on the couch. I woke up and went to work the next day, came home. He was playing PlayStation that night. I sat next to him. We hadn't talked in 24 hours. I said, can we talk about what happened yesterday? And he was just playing, just looking straight ahead. And he was like, what's to talk about? In my mind, I'm thinking, this is our last ditch effort to like steer this ship ship around, you know? And I was like, so what are we gonna do? And he just kept playing and he was like, I already got an apartment. I already took my name off of the lease. He had done things within that 24 hours. He had opened up the filing folder of his single man life and went ahead and got all this shit done. I decided.
Women sometimes will behave like kids. They will test your patience to see how far they can go with disrespect. And if you let it slide more times, then the disrespect comes, and this is what you end up having. So now and then you gotta be like, yo, stop. You feel me? And I'm glad that he was like, you can't keep getting away with this. You know what I mean? You sailed that boat. Don't turn the ship around now. It's over with. Did you want him to beg? Please, baby, no. For the love of my life. What the fuck you got going on? That's a grown ass man. You're grown ass people. Like, boy, sometimes you're behaving like, bro, you are a grown ass woman on your attention like a little baby. Come on, there's enough problems. Don't you have stuff to do? What the fuck be going on with you? I get it. That one day you be wanting attention and shit, but you can't keep doing this. Come on. And I'm glad you stand up. If you if you let shit like this slide, she gonna lose respect for you. And I'm glad he left, because if you had stayed because she wanted to like turn the ship around, maybe the cheating, you get cheated on, the disrespect. I'm just glad he was like, you know what, I'm good. And I'm glad. I told you, men will literally find solution to the problems you're creating. You know what I mean? They're gonna figure you out, and they're just gonna have enough. And this is what happened. You know? Tell me what you think. Y'all let your wife like take a bag. Will you beg? I'm not begging. Get out of here. It's over with. What the fuck? You know, in my younger days, like when I used to like go to clubs and all, like you will talk to a girl about the whole thing. Oh, I'm the hottest shit. They'll start feeling themselves. And then what I used to do was like, you know what I mean? I would branch off and I would get with another person. You feel me? And they will look at you bad, like hurt. They didn't think you had it like that. And that goes for both men and women. Don't let somebody play in your face. Like, come on. You are you. Look at yourself. Come, like, do that shrug, like up and down. Like, come on. You know what I mean? Like, come on. Don't let people play with your name like that. Come on, you're special, and don't let somebody degrade you and treat you like you're replaceable and shit. You got qualities that nobody else has. So don't let nobody play with you like that. Somebody start playing it, like, get out of my face. You deserve that peace. You know what I mean? That peace is really important. And most people gotta realize in relationship problems will always arise. You know what I mean? That doesn't just because there isn't none, doesn't give you a right to go find some or create some. That's just absurd. Man, appreciate peace. If you bring man peace, you appreciate it. He thinking about his job, about, you know what I mean? There's a lot of things he got going on, and you out here giving. What the hell is going on? Oh,
Do you know what year the War of 1812 was? It's kind of a...
Probably like. Ooh.
You don't know what year the War of 1812 was? I think it was...
I don't know.
How much is a quarter of an hour? That's a good one.
A quarter of an hour. 25 minutes.
What is 3 times 3 times 3?
18. 3 times 3 times 3?
Yeah.
21.
Close.
22?
No.
Am I retarded?
No.
I'm like fried right now.
You were really close.
Guess.
20?
Up.
I said 20, 23, 24, 25.
I'm starting to think Americans live among aliens. Because how do they're talking about how do you call that place where the aliens are kept? They already escaped. These are them. How do you know that simple as questions? What the fuck do they be teaching in school? Shooting guns? What the hell? And like I said, some professions they need to prevent people from doing it just for money, because bro, people's life depends on them. Been seeing, leave alone this one. I've been seeing people write, like writing, and they can't even read their writings. My teacher used to beat the shit out of me when I didn't write clean, neat, and big. Some people are writing like signatures. Some people lives at stake. How you gonna write your your will? Think about your kids. How you gonna write your last will? They're so cool, bro. We are living in so different situation. Like I'm so confused, bro. I mean, yo, tell me what you think about this.
I'm sorry.
That was a lie.
I'm sorry. What did you say?
How was the lie?
No, what did you say before that?
What?
What did you say before that?
I'm gonna take my walk.
Before that.
You want to do it?
Right.
What?
What did you expect me to say? I said no, but what did you expect me to say?
I never know. What difference does it make?
Well, it makes a lot of difference.
You're making a video.
Anyway, exciting times over here, just off the live and catching up with emails and TikToks. And anyway, that's what I get. You want to do it? Marriage 101.
Stop marrying people who don't know their marriage roles. Stop it. And I literally agree with this that most people don't go to church. And I know you might not believe in God and stuff and all, but you gotta realize that some stuff that's written there, you can deny the truth. Some stuff that are written there are true. You know what I mean? So maybe, for example, your wife doesn't believe in God and the Bible and all this stuff. You go ahead and, you know what I mean, marry her and all this stuff. Her roles are literally, the rules for marriage are literally placed in front of you in the Bible, and you go ahead and search for these things. And then when these things happen, you wonder why? Why did it happen? It's written. How you got the whole play and still make the wrong route? What would be wrong with people? Yeah, was literally given the way to live. Um, your life's better, and yeah, don't follow it. That's how dumb we are in this society. That's crazy. That's crazy. Do not marry any person that doesn't know. When you're sitting down, just ask them, what does marriage, you know what I mean? Like, have you read the Bible? They ain't gotta be like really like um believable and stuff, but they gotta have like you gotta see if they know their roles. And if they're not just, it's not worth it. You're gonna end up having this. Like, come on, like what the fuck? Where is he supposed to get it? And if he cheats now, he's the bad guy. Like, come on, we're so cooked. Do not marry anybody that doesn't know their marriage rules, especially from the Bible. And you don't have to believe in all this stuff. Like, bro, there's literally evil in the world. Literally, if you go, you search witchcraft, it exists. So how can there be darkness without light? It doesn't make any sense. I'm not saying you have to believe me, but come on. People say, why does God not interfere with the bad things that happen? If he starts meddling, and I'm not preaching, I'm not saying you should be Christian. If he starts meddling, imagine some people do some bad shit, and then he punishes those people who weren't even involved, like when he sent the flood and all this stuff. Like, if you read the Bible, you realize he was there before, he interfered, and it was bad, and he was like, nah, I'm gonna deal with y'all later. You know what I mean? So it's like, imagine if your parents were involved in every action that you did, every little one. You will demand freedom. Like, let me live my life. Damn, you feel me? Like, you go on and you feel me? That is similar. He can't indulge in everything because it will get to a point like, so it's like live your life. He lets everything play out, and then he's gonna meddle in the afterlife. Who knows? Maybe those kids who passed away, maybe they're gonna go to heaven. You know what I mean? With no question, like, come on in. You never know. Maybe it's a better ending. Somebody said when your life starts hard, the ending's gonna be better. So we never know. So you gotta believe. But back to the topic though. You feel me? Like, come on. I think I already explained what I did. I don't have anything. Like, if somebody is not following the rules, hey, you're good. You know what I mean? Like, boy, I would have been out of this. Like that previous video that I played, of that guy, like, who like just left the relationship and didn't say anything and was planned everything. Yeah, go ahead and walk out. Don't let somebody disrespect you. Oh, you don't want it? Yeah, I think somebody said it well. It's like, oh, my girl said you're not gay pussy me for me tonight. It was like, I'm not gay pussy from you tonight. Like, it was something like, it's not from you. From somebody else, I'm gonna get it. Because what do you mean? That is your role. That is your role to please your partner. What else were you supposed to get? I mean, I get if you're tired and all this stuff, but I'm talking about the people who like surpass it and it's like a burden. No, come on. Tell me what you think about this situation. I've been out of there. Like, I don't know. I think I have self-respect. Like that guy who like divorced, like in the previous video that I said. I have that self-respect. Like, if you start doing some stuff, I'm out. I'm gone. I'm not saying after every inconvenience because like I read this book where like they were talking about how relationships are, or sometimes girls will be wanting infection, they will like test, but they also mention like there's limits, you know what I mean? Don't let her behave like a kid all the time. Maybe sometimes she wants attention and love and it's cool, that's how they is, you know what I mean? But also there's a stop to it, so that's what I mean. Don't just leave when it starts, you know what I mean? So like what I'm saying is like when you persist, then that's when you're like, no, 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 I'm out. So yeah, tell me what you think about the situation. Yeah.